Well, it was not designed for a couple of things. Number one, it wasn't designed for security in a post 9/11 world, so that's pretty inefficient. We also have a fair number of customers who will fly on one flight and connect to another. So the layout of the Kansas City airport, coupled with the security process, doesn't make that as efficient as it could be, either for the airline, for the TSA, or the customer. So all three, I think, are relatively inefficient. It's also difficult to make concessions available to customers, because once you get into the sterile area, if you go back out for a concession, then you've got to go through security again. So those are some of the fundamentals. I think from the air side of the operation, Kansas City works fine. If you're a customer who's just flying in and out of Kansas City, it probably has a lot of advantages, and I think that's what a lot of folks would hate to give up right now. It's got a unique design, at least as far as I'm aware, around the country. So, but the main thing is just the secure aspect today doesn't really lend itself to the layout. But we're open to ideas, and certainly have not made up our minds and taking positions that it's just not time to do that. I think it's all in the exploratory stage. I think that it's a process, and I think that we've got a long way to go. And of course, there'll be a number of interested parties. Airlines are just one. We're the largest airline in Kansas City, so we'll naturally take a leadership role in that. But it's important work, and it's important that we try to get it right. I agree. Southwest agrees that we definitely could stand to make some improvements. I think the question still remains exactly what is the best way to do that in the most cost-effective manner. What is extremely important is to know how sensitive air travel is to price. And since the recession in 2008 and 9, we've seen significant declines in traffic and in flight activity across the United States because of a variety of reasons, but the main problem has been oil prices go up, fares go up, and it absolutely kills traffic. So it's very important that we keep cost in mind, and I would further add to that what we stand for at Southwest are low fares. So we really do need to continue to be passionate about keeping costs low, and that's what makes flying affordable for people. And that's where we have a high quality problem here, in that we need to create more capacity for flying, but it's only enabled if fares are low. And there's a lot of examples around the country where airports were overbuilt, costs went up. Now they have half the airport shuttered because the traffic has gone away. So that's the balance that we want to strike, and I feel like we have a very good relationship with the airport, with the community, and just given time, I think everybody will come to the right conclusion. But it's very, very premature to give you a view on exactly what that ought to look like.
Do you expect there might be some financial commitment from Southwest?
Oh yeah, I mean, ultimately, yeah, we'll pay the bill here one way or the other. Now, exactly how the financing and the funding is structured, all that's premature as well. But we're a part of the community, and we care very much about serving our customers here, and agree that it's time for some airport improvement.
Sure. Can you predict there being any more news that comes out sooner than this time next year?
I honestly, I just don't know enough to know, and because there's other parties involved, it's beyond one person or one company's control. So in the meantime, we've got an airport that works. And while it may not be perfect, we're certainly taking off and landing every day, and customers are getting in and out of meeting their travel needs. So we'll get there, and I think patience is probably the right thing, because it is a pretty complicated question.